Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
Good morning, Las Vegas. What's going on, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God. There are gizmos and people and stuff all over our studio here at KDAWN, here on 101.5 FM. The Mark Hoke Show has gone crazy, guys. It is official.
Yeah, what's new?
What's new? The best in pro wrestling news and entertainment, just universe-wide, multiverse. We got to get back to that. Best show in the multiverse.
Yes, sir. I agree with that.
The David difference.
Oh, what a difference a Dave makes, and I have come here today to Dave the world.
He still can't keep his hands off that bracket.
Well, I'm trying to get this right now. This whole camera thing, man.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, leave me alone, man. Is this how you want to start this?
He's getting used to everything, man. You know, it's a different ballgame in here. It is. It's all good. Jose Volonte joining us as well, buddy. What's up?
Buenos dias. Good morning to everybody. Appreciate you guys having me back. Looking for a fun show today. Mark's got a sign behind him now. If you guys are watching this, no more Colt Rat. Got some promotion back there.
We're trying to upgrade things in here a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but boy, I'll tell you what. Do we have a show today?
Yeah, big lineup.
I mean, there's so much going on in pro wrestling right now. It's ridiculous. And we're going to try and hit everything that we can in a matter of 2 hours. And on top of that, we have two terrific guests for you today. Two.
Who we got, man? Who we got?
Well, in hour number 2, the Cauliflower Alley Club Real Award winner, and you guys, you may not have realized you've seen him, but you've seen him, is Al Burke. And Al is Mr. Outrageous. He has been all over the place in professional wrestling and in film and videos, in movies. Maybe probably the biggest movie spot he did was in The Wedding Singer. If you didn't see that, he's the Billy Idol fan, and he's darned proud of it. But he's just wrestled everybody. I mean, he was more of an enhancement talent. I guess we could, I guess, is that term jobber still used?
I've heard him use it a few times, so yeah, I think so.
Okay,
sure, why not? I use it. You use it
occasionally.
Is it not politically correct these days?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll ask him about that.
Woke world, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but Al Burke's going to be joining us, and we've also got in the studio. And let's get him in here.
Yeah, let's get him in.
Let's get him in here.
We're talking about FSW fam from the beginning, man. We're a 2-time FSW Tag Team Champion. We're talking about former No Limits Champion. Multiple matches of the year. I don't care what Joe DeFalco says. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my guy, Damian Drake.
What's going on, guys? Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. There he is, man. Welcome to the show.
Man, hot pink. That's 80s right there,
hey,
baby.
Not a lot of guys wear pink. I'm not afraid to wear pink, man. Real men wear pink is all I got to say.
Amen.
And purple.
And purple. All the bright colors.
There you go.
You always got to make it about yourself, Mark.
Well, no, but still.
I mean, his name is in the title.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, how much more shine you need? How much more shine you need? Jesus.
Oh, my God. But, yeah, very happy to have Damian join us on the show. Of course, if you haven't been to an FSW card, what the hell are you doing in Las Vegas? And everybody out there, of course, you can watch it on Fight TV as well. All these great shows, and they've got a big card coming up here on the 30th. So make sure you check that out wherever you are. It's going to be a hoot.
Come on down to the arena, man.
Man, I haven't heard hoot's been said in a long time.
Yeah, this guy. Well, I'm telling you, this guy got vernacular. Is that it?
Yeah, vernacular is a good word.
Yeah, you throw a bunch of outdated words out there, man.
Plethora is a word that's getting used too much, by the way.
By who?
Everybody says plethora now, and it's like, come
He's actually not wrong about that. I've heard it overused a couple of times lately. So.
Okay, so it's official. Damian Drake has heard it.
Right. See, I like Damian. That's why he's here.
Yeah, okay.
I like you too, Mark. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, very happy to have you on the show.
Appreciate it.
Well, guys, let's get into some news first, and then we're going to get to talk to Damian as we go through the show. Boy, there's so much wrestling going on, fellas, and it's kind of hard to pick where to start. But I guess one of the huge stories that's out there right now that's stirring up a lot of interesting controversy on making a decision is the situation with Adam Cole and MJF in AEW. Of course, those two wrestled to a time limit draw a while back. Mm-hmm. And no love lost. But somehow they have become best buds. MJF has managed to get Adam Cole to, just not paying attention to Roderick Strong, not paying attention to his girlfriend. They just went to a Chinese restaurant and had spicy food, which MJF hates. They're doing the double clotheslines and the crowd's going crazy. But the really interesting part about this is, guys, that they are getting so popular together that nobody wants them to split up.
Don't say nobody.
Now, hang on.
Don't say nobody.
Now, hang on. Now, this is a very interesting statistic. As a lot of times wrestling companies measure how popular somebody is based on their merchandise sales, right? MJF and the Adam Cole t-shirt, the Better Than You Baby, which combines their two catchphrases, in the last few weeks since the release, has sold more numbers of shirts than any AEW shirt has for all of 2023. That's popular. That's making money. So, guys, the situation, of course, it looked like they were leading towards them splitting up at All In and before All In and wrestling that match, but people don't want to break these guys up. So, David, I don't know if I want to give the sourpuss the first.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
The first opinion on this.
Give me the ball.
But I'm going to go to Damian first on this because Damian was part of a very popular tag team here in FSW with the Unguided with Matt Vandagriff. And, a lot of people were pretty upset when you guys split up. Kind of a similar situation. What do you think about what's going on with this right now?
Oh, man, I feel so much pressure right now. I mean, I think the only way I can probably describe it best is just from what I've seen. I would probably say the dynamic is what everybody's loving, because Adam Cole, way before he was ever signed, he was like one of the most popular guys on the indies. If I'm correct, trying to remember, he was after, I think, Omega running the Bullet Club, or he was like one of the top guys in Bullet Club. And, he has that, from my perspective, he has that just like that cool dude energy. And, he's all about, I'm going to do what I want. It's all about me type deal. And I think with MJF, he also has that dynamic as well, but he's more of a jerk about it, But it's kind of, when I see them together, from what I've seen, it's very much that, like, I want to hate you, but we're both the same, or we're both so cool, so, like, let's just do this together. And I think everyone's kind of caught on to that dynamic, and that's what they love about it, And I think other than how MJF normally is, he's just such a jerk, and he's calling everybody garbage, seeing him be, like, a more playful side, I think everyone's also loving that, too, because it's not the MJF they're used to. So I think that's why they're also loving it. And just how Adam just feeds off of that energy, too. So I would definitely say it's just the dynamic between them, because everyone else, like, they just have the same typical tag team energy. We're both a team. But with MJF, it's almost like a buddy comedy when you're watching those two. So that's what I would label it as.
I think that's a great way to put it. Jose, what do you think about this, man? It's pretty nuts.
It's a storyline that you got to keep running with. I think you can't run away with it, and that's one of the problems I've been seeing from watching wrestling recently is, where are some storylines going to go? Are you going to keep some of these storylines? Are you going to ruin them and close them out? I think it's good for the sport of wrestling, especially AEW. You got to get more eyes on it. And if you create a tag team like these guys, especially with the names and the things that they do, I think it's going to be good for wrestling. Just real quick, Mark, we got a comment here on our Facebook page. Unguided for Life, Christy Hyde chimes in on Facebook.
Got a fan there already.
That is my mother.
There we go.
Oh, that's awesome. Well,
She's watching.
David.
Yeah.
I know you have a not so good opinion of this.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, well,
Hit us, buddy.
So
hit us.
My thought process, like I'm a huge fan of MJF. I just don't like all the silly stuff. If I want to watch it, the comedy, I'll turn on Seinfeld or something. But they're doing too much with the dancing, and always Sunny in Philadelphia. How about that?
All right,
Okay.
there we go.
I was
That's
speaking to the audience out there, but yeah, I'm just not into it, man. I like when a heel's a heel, man. I don't like the funny stuff. We know it's going to end at some point, so I get it. Like, it's just passing time. It's got to end, but. Again, the dancing, the singing, the friendship. I think you like it, Mark, because you're looking for a friend. All right? And you see that, and like it inspires you that there's hope out there. Like, that's you and me. But it's not going to happen, Mark, not after what you said to me earlier. So,
wow.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of this game.
Well, Mark, you have a friend right here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Damian Drake.
You got a friend in me.
See? I have friends all over the place.
All right.
No, but I'm of the opinion, and this is, it's tricky because you know that at some point this is going to get destroyed.
Right.
You would think. But the problem that I think that we see sometimes in pro wrestling is that when something works, that people are too quick to just say, we had a plan, we're going to stick with it, and don't make that change. And a lot of people were upset, for example, with Sami Zayn, that a lot of people said, hey, you know what? This guy's super hot. We got a great opportunity, Elimination Chamber in Montreal. Let's do something special here and figure it out later.
Right.
You have the bloodline situation. And that was another thing with Sami Zayn. We got a situation with LA Knight we're going to talk about too, where people are just clamoring for this guy and he keeps losing and it's driving everybody nuts. It's tricky because I want to see those two go at it again, but at the same time, the fans are enjoying this so much, and you can tell Adam and MJF are having a blast. They're enjoying doing this too. I'd be really hesitant to break this up. I really would.
Would you now?
Yeah.
Well, how long does it go? I mean, obviously he's the champion. Like, it's not going to last forever. It's, like I said, it's a moment in time. How would you like to see? You just like to see them be together? I mean, the nature of this business is every tag team is like a mixed match nowadays, and they're gonna split off and break off. They always turn on each other. That's just the business. So, like, how would you like to see this play out, Mark? Them just have this team forever?
I wouldn't say forever, but the thing is with All In. I mean, I had said I thought that should be the main event at All In.
Mm-hmm.
I really did.
Yeah.
But boy, I'll tell you, it's just running so well. And they're going to have an interesting decision coming up because they wrestle FTR for the tag team championships here pretty shortly. And, they're going to have to decide, do they take the tag belts off FTR? Or is this, where everything blows up? This is going to be a tricky spot for AEW. I don't think that they expected anything like this to happen. But they're two great performers. So this is, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that a lot of people in AEW behind the scenes wanted MJF to go babyface anyway. So this may be their excuse to say, look at him. People are loving this guy and he'll still make money. So why screw with it? It's a hard decision. And, and I know, Damian, you've been part of the spots like that. So this is very intriguing.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting situation what they do for sure. I mean, I will say, like, I will agree with Dave. I don't see it going on forever. There's probably going to be a big, like, plateau where it's going to just hit, and then from there it's going to either stay or go down from there. So, but I am interested to see how long it will last for sure.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. So, but enjoy the ride while you can. Better than you Bay fans.
I agree with that, but like you were saying, like the merch sales like often dictate how long something's going to last, or how popular it is. And I was going over the merch sales for WWE in June, top 5 shirt sales. Do you know who the top 5 is?
I do not, but I bet you're going to tell us real quick.
I shall tell you. Number 1, Roman Reigns.
No shocker right there.
Number 2 is Cody Rhodes. And number 3, which is a surprise, Stone Cold Steve Austin still selling merch
Jeez,
like crazy.
Are you serious? Number 3 still?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah,
wow.
that is wild. And then number 4, of course, we got the new guy, LA Knight, man. He's moving up the ranks. And number 5, another surprise, NWO. Still selling crazy merch.
Dude, NWO's for life.
It is for life.
Yeah, true that,
Like,
true
you know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah, you can buy that shirt and wear it anytime.
Yeah. I found that
I saw-
interesting, though.
I saw a Wolfpack NWO shirt at Hot Topic the other day.
Wow.
Well, that's
okay.
probably been sitting on the shelf for the
For a
last
while.
20 years, but
You know someone's gonna get. Someone's
gonna buy it.
get it.
yeah,
Like,
someone will.
For sure.
For sure. Well, you know what? I'll tell you guys, let's take a break. And when we come back, Dave, great lead in because we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with LA Knight because when we about listening to the fans, well, you know what? They're not happy right now at all with what's going on with, our boy LA Knight. So stick around. We got a whole lot more on the Mark Hoke Show. Jose Volonte, the David Difference, special guest Damian Drake, and don't forget coming up second hour, Al Burke is going to be gracing our presence. Should be a lot of fun. Stick around. We'll be right back. The Mark Hoke Show is proud to announce our partnership with pro wrestling's premier charity, the Cauliflower Alley Club. For nearly 60 years, the CAC has stood strong, assisting members of the wrestling industry in their times of need. Please join us in supporting the Cauliflower Alley Club by becoming a member for just $25 a year or make an individual donation today. Go to caulifloweralleyclub.org and give back to the people that have brought us so much entertainment and joy in pro wrestling. Once again, that's caulifloweralleyclub.org.
Infinite Wellness can help you achieve your goals and look and feel your best. Our regenerative medicine clinic utilizes stem cell and exome therapy. We also have a comprehensive weight loss program and numerous other services you can find on our website at infinitewellness.info. We're located at 8925 West Post Road, Suite 100, right across from IKEA. You can book your appointment today by calling us at 702-842-2244 or find us on social media at infinitewellness.lv. We'd love to be a part of your journey.
101.5 FM KDAWN. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas. And streaming live, Planetary. Of course, we've got the Odyssey app for those of you listening on audio. Got the YouTube broadcast squared up. Sorry about that. I guess I'll have some editing to do on that one. My fault.
Yep, you dropped the ball.
Well, sort of.
Kind of.
I blame you on that, too. That's partially your fault.
Yeah, I'll
but-
take the blame.
Yeah. And, of course, Facebook and Twitch as well. So we are all out there everywhere.
Everywhere like air.
Something like that.
Just breathe it.
Yes, sir. Take it in.
That's what we do. I'm Mark Hoke, the David Difference, Jose Volonte, and our current guest, Damian Drake, on the show. Very happy to have him with us. And a snappy dresser, by the way.
I try to do what I can, man. You know,
He is an 80s icon.
I like. It's funny when people ask me how what do you have an idea what you're gonna wear? I'm like, no, I just grab whatever's in my closet.
There it is.
I don't have an idea. Today I will say I had an idea of what I wanted to wear.
All right.
That's probably the only time.
Well, you pulled it off, man.
I try.
You look handsome over there.
Thank you.
Of course, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. Very happy to have you with us from wherever you're listening or watching us. We certainly do appreciate it. Well, David, you brought up LA Knight. And speaking of killing gimmicks. Well, they're doing their best. Because here's a guy who was super over going into WrestleMania and they didn't use him.
Right.
Didn't have him win Money in the Bank.
Right.
And now we had a qualifier for the U.S. Championship, and he loses. And for some reason, they set up Rey Mysterio to wrestle his fellow LWO member, Santos Escobar. So I don't know what the heck's going on there. But LA Knight keeps losing, and he is super, super, super over right now.
Mm-hmm.
Boys, do they take the risk of hurting LA Knight to the point where people are going to be like, it was fun while it lasted, but we're going to say, nope. David.
No, I think he's building his own momentum here. So, and like win or lose, he's still like his mouthpiece is like his number one draw right there. Like he's a talker, man, and people like that energy. So I think again, you looking had he won that match, like, do you want to see that title on him? Is that title relevant to
yes.
like to you? I don't understand. You. I don't understand. You. I don't believe so.
That was a quick.
Yeah,
and
I don't
loud
believe so.
Yes.
I don't believe so. He just wants people to have belts to be justified. But I think that again, you look at top merch sales. You look at the crowd pops. He's already winning. So we're saying give him a belt so we could be justified that he's a great. He's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing, and I don't think it's not going to stop. Like, I mean, you remember back in the FSW days? Did you? You were there with him, yeah?
Actually, I never had any encounter with him at FSW.
No?
He was in FSW when I was going to FSW shows as a fan.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
way, like way back. So the only ever encounters I ever really had with him was when he was on Impact, and I was in the back, like helping with ring crew and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah.
I never really had any encounters with him in the ring at FSW at all.
But as a fan, you saw his magic back then, right?
Oh yeah. Like I will admit there's sometimes I'm not the greatest with promos, but to me he's amazing with the promos. Like anytime he says like dummy or like I'm always laughing.
Yeah.
But like you said earlier, he's a great mouthpiece. Like he's killing it. Like he has a belt, no belt, he's in the ring or he's not in the ring. Like if you have the crowd like in the palm of your hand, you're already winning. Yeah. Like and from my point of view, if I have the crowd in my hand, like I'm already a champ. Like I already feel like I'm a champion and I'm winning.
Yeah, hands
You know
down.
what I mean? Like that's the big thing is if you have the crowd in the palm of your hand, like you're already winning.
I believe that. You remember when Saraya was in here, and she talked about when they put the belt on her on Monday Night Raw on her debut, and she said she bases it on her merch sale was through the roof. So, and they just wanted to make money. So I think they're going to give him the push, but the right push. Don't just give him any belt, because then he's stuck with that belt, which is kind of small time.
Well, yeah, but I'll say this though, is you got one issue is people don't like somebody that loses. And if he keeps losing, you're hurting him. And if you're going to be holding him off for winning the world championship or so on, why not take the belt off Austin Theory, who is just kind of, everybody's kind of blah on him, and put it on somebody that people are going to be excited about and build the U.S. title. Jose, what do you think?
I like LA Knight. I like his persona. I like his attitude. I like what he brings to the table. I mean, obviously, anyone already knows this that watches wrestling. He's basically a little bit of John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, all mixed together with his persona, the way he talks, the way he gets the crowd already hyped up, screaming, yeah, behind him every single time he comes out. I understand he keeps losing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think this is just the way that you keep getting the crowd hyped for him to be more victorious, to have more victories down the road. Dave said it, the sales, the T-shirts, all that. It's there. He is a good face for WWE. I like him for wrestling. Right now, if I'm being honest, he's one of my favorite guys. And me and you were talking about it last week, Mark. He's been doing WWE walk-ins on the wrestling games for a few years now. A lot of people don't even know that. So this guy being able to do his ring entrance and being able to interact with the crowd, it just comes easy and simple for him. My question for you, Damian, though, you were a fan. You watched him. Now you're a pro wrestler. You continue to watch him and see what he does. Do you still follow him and try to learn from him? Or how is it now being away from not being a fan but also being a pro wrestler?
I mean, honestly, like whether you're in this business or not, like you're always going to be a fan. I'm still a fan now, like still to this day. You know what I mean? I definitely for promos and stuff, he's definitely like the number one I watch for sure, because just the way how he gets the crowd to say his own catchphrase. Yeah. Like who doesn't want a catchphrase and everybody says that catchphrase? You know what I mean? Just the way how he's able to elevate the crowd, and he's able to put over who he's facing against, while also like not burying him, but also like diminishing them at the same time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely number one, and I still watch whether it's old or nowadays for wrestling, like I try to watch as much as I can, and I try to learn from all aspects, from all of the business, for sure. You know what I mean? And I'm still a fan. Like like wrestling has been a part of my family like forever.
Gotcha.
So it's never gonna leave my family.
Well, another guy who's getting a lot of crowd attention the other way is a young man by the name of Dominik Mysterio. And some fans are quite upset right now because Judgment Day invaded NXT, which, if you don't know, is WWE's developmental group, and defeated the longtime North American champion Wes Lee for the North American title, and is now running around with that. He actually defended it on SmackDown on Friday, too. But a lot of people are shaking their heads saying, why did you do that to Wes Lee? And why give Dominik the North American Championship? And and I don't know if it was just that they're trying to make everybody completely boo Dominik forever and ever or what, but it was a shocking play. David, what'd you think of that? Dominik Mysterio is the new NXT North American champion.
Congrats, man. Congrats to him. I put it like, in this business, if you could stir that energy, whether it be good or bad, even going back to LA Knight, is like, we want this instant gratification, but delayed gratification is the key to this game. And if you're getting any kind of reaction, if you say people are upset, that means that they got your attention.
Yeah.
So I think that is a good thing, because I'm telling you, I wasn't watching it until I heard, and we even talked about it. You was like, oh, I got to watch this, and you text me, Dominik won this. It was like you wasn't watching it or had your eyes on the TV until you heard about it. So it's good stuff. It's great stuff. Love it.
We got some more people chiming in on Facebook, and they say, David Difference Lawson, be nice. They're telling you to be nice here. And that's Damian's mom. She's chiming in already. And then we got another comment. Brandy Laurie chimes in and says, best heel heat going right now is Dominik.
Yeah, agreed. Like they know what they're doing with that, man. Shout out to Brandy.
Jose, what do you think?
I'm not surprised with the way everything's been going with this team and the way that they've been pretty much everywhere. I think that something big is going to come from this. I don't think that they're just going to make him this North American champion. It's going to be something small, and then he'll lose it again. It is crazy that you take it away from, I believe, the longest reigning North American champion, was it?
Yeah.
So that pretty much stirs up the storyline. Are you going to create something there? Is he going to go back and fight him again? What's going to happen? It's going to be interesting, but I think there's more storylines that are going to come from this, and it has nothing to do with him just winning that NXT title.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, Mark, let me ask you, like, are they doing their job right?
Obviously.
Okay.
I think they're.
There you go. Like, that's really the ultimate thing, is like, if they have everybody talking and stirring, then they're definitely doing something right.
And not only that, you said it, NXT Developmental League. You want to get a little more eyes on that, right? You want to get more excitement that way. So why not bring in a team like Dom and the Judgment Day and what they're doing into NXT? You know what I mean? I think that was huge. Brings more eyes, more viewers. So definitely a good idea, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, especially to win. I mean, you hear about that. Now you're going to tune in what might happen. You remember, like, that's why we watched the Attitude Era. What's going to happen this week? You know, what's going down? So, yeah, it's a good thing, man. That's business as usual.
There you go. Interesting opinions, guys.
You like that? You were distraught about this one, man.
I was a little surprised.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say distraught.
That didn't sound like you were a little surprised right there, Mark.
I felt bad for Wes Lee, though. I really did. That was the one thing that bothered me about it was, this guy was just on an absolute roll down there. If you haven't watched Wes perform, he's absolutely incredible. And it's got to be a little surprising to see him lose the title to, of all people, out of the blue.
Damian couldn't even hold it.
Dominik Mysterio. But hey, whatever. Damian's giggling over this. Great.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so interesting story, guys. We'll see where that goes. One more I want to get in here real quick. Speaking of people getting crowd reactions as well, this guy can't seem to decide where the fans are going to go. CM Punk was on Collision again, and we had a New Jersey crowd with him, and some boos, some cheers. No one can seem to make up their minds whether they like CM Punk or not. This is getting very interesting because they had a situation where they were in making a tag team match, and Punk's getting fairly well booed by the New Jersey crowd, but he goes and teams with the babyface Darby Allin in the match. It was a bizarre situation. Ricky Starks is getting cheered after he beat CM Punk for the Owen Hart title. Crazy stuff happening there. David, what do you think about CM Punk right now, and what do they do?
Well, I think that's a magical thing. You look at anything like the Super Bowl or World Series sports, you always got one side of fans against the other side. And then for him to be the individual that has people on both sides, that makes him the whole show, man. It's like they can argue about one guy versus the match or who he's fighting. It's like, you got the whole crowd in the palm of your hands. Either way, man, again, like if you evoke emotion, you're winning. That's the game.
What do you think about that, Damian?
I think Dave said it all, man.
Thank
you.
you.
It's like I said earlier, man. Like he's got the crowd like on the fence, both sides. He's getting cheered and he's getting booed. So whether you have people hating you, whether you have people loving you, or you have the crowd doing both, like he's doing something right.
What's the worst thing? Like, so being in the ring, like, and obviously when you started off, I mean, but the crowd has always loved you because we knew you, we seen you grow up, man. But the worst thing that can happen is people not react. That is the absolute worst. Stand-up comedy, wrestling, whatever. If people don't react, you're losing.
Oh yeah, no, that's probably like the worst and scariest feeling in the world is like when you come out and you're just like, oh, what's going on? And everyone's just like,
yeah, that's gotta suck.
Yeah, like the fact that there's nothing worse than when you're in an arena or any type of little venue and you can hear a pen drop. You're just like, oh my god, like I don't know what's going on, But like that also puts to the test of like, okay, what can you do to get people interested? How can you get these people reacting? You know what I mean? So that also just comes with the performer. Like, what can you do?
Right. Have you had that? I mean, because you travel a lot and do different things, and have you had that where it was just like the crowd is dead? It's a small crowd. How does that feel?
Man, you're really trying to get me to like remember.
It never happens to him. That's it.
I wouldn't say it's never happened. I will say like I've had a couple times where crowds have just kind of they're not quiet, but they definitely don't know who I am.
Uh-huh.
So they'll still be respectful and like clapping, like, oh, okay. But then that's where I'm like, okay, whatever like I do in the ring, then I got to make sure that's what's going to get them to react.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like whether it's what I say on the mic or whatever I do performance wise in the ring. So if you can't I was told if you can get them just from your song playing, which I do now,
mm-hmm.
then you have them, and they're gonna know who you are. You know what I mean, from the jump. But at first, when you're trying to figure everything out, it's kind of a hit or miss because they can react or they're not gonna react. So then you have to, if they don't react, then you have to go work 10 times harder to get them to react to you, whether they're gonna love you or hate you.
Nice. Tell me this, and during the break, instead of putting up a graphic, how about you go in the booth with Mark and you teach him that dance, man? I'd love
We go live with the dance.
let's do that.
I could show him a couple of 80s dances.
You probably can.
With dance off.
The only way I could say how to dance like me is you just need to have no rhythm.
No rhythm.
Well, Mark has that.
Whoa, he's their killer.
I got a question for David, and I got a question for Mark.
Yes, sir.
CM Punk declared himself the real world champion that night as well.
Oh, yeah.
So does this mean that we're going to see a future match between him and MJF, or is it just talk?
No, I think that has to happen. Yeah, I think it has to happen at some
point.
point.
It'll happen.
That story is untold.
He looks back to Mark. He's like, why are you quiet back there?
It's going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. Of course, you remember the dog collar match that was just a classic. I mean, those guys are going to get it on again soon. But, well, you never know. Maybe somebody else will be the world champion that CM Punk will challenge.
Okay.
Like Kenny Omega?
Yeah. Some stuff, and it's yet to be seen. Again, we want that instant. Like, is this going to happen? Is it like the build, and then we forget about it, then it comes back. So, I mean, they got a lot of stuff to work with, a lot of TV time to fill. So,
A lot of TV time.
That they do.
if they give us everything we want up front, like, what's the point of watching, man?
Yep.
Damien, your family's going crazy on the comments over here, man.
Are they?
They're just going back and forth over here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all right.
But
Well,
that's what you want to see.
well, you get a crowd reaction. Doesn't matter who it is. All right. Look, hey, guys, we got to get a break in here when we come back.
Dance off.
More with Damian Drake. We're going to talk to him about what's going on with his career and how things are going here in Las Vegas and beyond. So stick around, everybody. We've got a whole lot more on the Mark Hoke Show, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. And, of course, Al Burke coming up. Guys, dig in your heels because it is going to be something else with him, too. So stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. If you're looking for an award-winning dining experience at outstanding prices, look no further than Unique Eats. Whether it's their incredible breakfast platters, amazing pastas and sandwiches, or world-renowned pizzas, celebrity chef Dominik Tedesco will have you covered. Check out their coffee and smoothie bar, vegetarian options, catering, and top-flight service. Visit Unique Eats today at 3100 South Durango, Suite 100. Call 702-992-3038 or go to uniqueeatslv.com, and we'll see you all at Unique Eats.
1015 FM KDAWN. You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
And we are back on the Mark Hoke Show, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. 1015 FM KDAWN, the talk of Las Vegas, the Odyssey app worldwide. Also streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Just, I don't know. We've taken over.
Yeah, we're all over the place, man. We had an interesting conversation just now about Rhea and Dom. People think there may be some behind-the-scenes romance actually happening. A lot of chemistry. What is your thoughts on that, Mark?
Not a chance.
No?
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
No, there's nothing going on with
Mark, she just tweeted out. She's saying that she is going to get a Dominik Mysterio tatted across her heart as her next tattoo. You're telling me there's not some type of romance going on behind the scenes here? It's not just a storyline. Come on.
No,
Mark.
they've already talked about that. There's
Open your eyes, Mark.
Come on, Mark.
I didn't think about it, but I mean, you never know.
I think there's something going on.
There's nothing going on.
Look how she looks at him. Come on.
Opportunity, man.
Ooh, man.
Oh, God. Rhea's too good for Dom.
Damn.
Ooh.
She is. I met Rhea. She's too good for Dom.
You met her for maybe an hour. You don't know
Maybe
if she's
an hour.
good enough, man. That's not enough time to tell.
I'd say hard pass.
Okay. Not happening. Well, what do the people think out there? Is there a little something going on behind the scenes? I don't know. Let us know. Chime in.
I do know there's nothing going on.
You don't know.
They already talked
You
about
assume
it.
or you think. You don't know.
You know, you just can't handle it. They're really good actors.
No, I didn't say I can't handle. I just opened it for discussion.
There's
here.
nothing going
But you're
on. I
saying
want to
no,
talk
you
to
cut it off.
Damian Drake.
Get out of here.
That's
He's the
what
one that brought it up. No, he
You
didn't.
gonna throw me under the bus
Jose
like
brought
that?
it up. Sorry, man.
I brought it up over the
David, you
commercial
see
break.
what happens to me? This is Dave.
Yeah.
We should he's not David Difference. He's David the bus driver.
Damn.
Just roll it on over.
Wheels on the bus go round and round.
That's right. They do.
All over
Hey, something's
Mark.
going to be going round and round during that commercial break. I'm
Yeah,
ready
yeah.
for that dance-off.
Yeah, it is happening. Dance off, Mark Hoke, Damian Drake. Final break, so you want to stick around for that, man. Final break. There will be a dance off in that booth, or this will be the last show we ever do.
Wow.
I can't do that to Mark, man. Come on.
We'll be streaming worldwide on all platforms, so please chime in.
Yeah, Mark said he could outdance you, so don't. It's not you doing it to him. He's thinking like he's gonna serve you.
Hey,
man.
I'm sure everybody can outdance me for the moves I got, bro.
Come on, man.
Bro, all I
Come
do
on,
is,
man.
dude, all I do is skip around, kick the foot, swivel the hips. That's all I got.
Yeah. Well, all
it.
Mark does is kick the foot. That's all he does. That's all he got.
The best in pro wrestling news and entertainment.
Twinkle toes.
That's what we got.
Lean back.
Lean back. All right. Well, Damon, I want everybody to get to know you for a couple minutes here, in case they are tuning in from somewhere in the country where they haven't got to see you perform. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, real quick.
Well, I mean, because I always get told. I mean, yes, I was not born in the '80s. Okay. I know I get a lot of heat for that, but my parents and even now me, I always say I was born in the wrong era. So I'm born and raised from Las Vegas. Vegas born. So it's not just a name. I've lived here my whole life. Like I said earlier, pro wrestling has been a part of my family forever. Outside of loving pro wrestling, I'm a huge comic book nerd. Nice. Marvel, DC, all that. Love playing video. Like when I'm not wrestling, I just love being home and just reading my comic books, playing video games. I'm recently in the past year or two, I got into collecting action figures and stuff. That's so if you see what my room is, it's just full of like Star Wars, Power Rangers, Marvel, DC, all that stuff. So outside of so I'm just a huge nerd all around.
Fair enough, but
I just realized the shirt. I know we saw the colors, but it's a SpongeBob SquarePants shirt, bro. I love that. I love that shirt.
That is amazing. What now? You've had this. I don't know if it's a healthy or unhealthy relationship with Matt Vandagriff for a long time here in Las Vegas. What's the deal with you two? Because we've seen you were friends for a long time, tag team champions together, and then I watched you guys get a little Spanish fly through a couple of doors and thumbtacks and everything. What's the deal with you two now? Where is it?
It's brotherly love. Like, if anybody that's got a brother, brothers fight, make up. You fight again, you make up. I would just label it as brotherly love. Like Matt, like even with after all that stuff, like Matt and I were like, I would say he's probably he's the closest friend I have in pro wrestling. And they say it's hard to make friends in this business, but. I love him. I love him. He's like a brother to me. I know he's like I'm a brother to him. No matter whether we're on the same side, different sides, like I'm always gonna love him like a brother.
That's dope. I love watching your evolution, especially at FSW. We talk about the fam over there, and it's like a family watching you grow up in this business. And I remember I interviewed you guys. What was it, during the pandemic?
Yeah.
And it was like one of the first interviews. Like you guys totally quiet. Well, Matt was definitely didn't say a word. But just to see your evolution.
Matt's very shy.
Yeah, that evolution and watch you guys grow up in this business is a beautiful thing, man. And it's been a pleasure watching that.
Yeah, Joe will have no hesitation to say how much I've changed.
Yeah.
Growing up in FSW.
Your mom's talking about your room, though.
Oh, is she?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
She
great.
says, OMG,
Don't
that room of
touch
his.
anything in my room. If I see one figure knocked over, I will know something is off.
Wow, staring in the camera too, by the way.
Making sure she's looking. What'd she say? What I want to know what she said.
That's all she said was, OMG, that room of his.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like if I could show you a picture, I probably could right now, but it's a lot, and it's not gonna stop. I'll tell you that right now. Sorry, Mom. It's not gonna stop.
Send his mom the link to the live stream. Let's get it on the air. She can go live from his room.
There we go.
Oh
Perfect,
my
yeah.
God. Well,
She said I can take a picture.
She can. She's gonna have to take a lot of pictures.
This
I'll
is
tell you that right now.
horrendous.
Tweet it out and tag the show.
Well, guys, we have to wrap up hour number 1 here, but hour number 2 is on the way. The best in pro wrestling news and entertainment here on the Mark Hoke Show, and we are very excited. Mr. Outrageous is going to be joining us here on the Mark Hoke Show. He is the CAC's real award winner and has had an incredible career in pro wrestling and in film. Al Burke is going to be on the show, and I see he's standing by, so we'll have him on once we come back for hour number 2. Of course, we've got a whole lot more coming for the best in pro wrestling. David Difference, Jose Volonte, and Damian Drake's going to be sticking around in that SpongeBob shirt.
Hell yeah.
There you go. So stick around, everybody. We got a whole lot more coming up in hour number 2. We'll be right back. Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join The Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.